You've got good, good energy knocking at your door. You've got good, good energy. We can make it more. We can make it more. We can make it more. Good energy.
Recognize that the only reason why we can do this and that we can continue to dream big is because of you. It's the only way, and it's the only reason why we can continue to impact the lives of kids with cancer. So I hope that next year we're going to see you back here and you're going to continue to fundraise through Tour for Kids so you can continue to help us grow. And I can't thank you enough for being here tonight, and we can't wait to cheer you on at the finish line tomorrow. Thanks everybody.
Michelle, Laura, and Ron. Give it out to Steve and these incredible people. You know what? I can say a lot of things, but I'm not gonna. Somebody, as that was going on, somebody who's experienced that program came up to me and said, "Can I say thanks to Nora?" So let me turn over the mic.
Yes, I'm still in my cycling gear, I understand.
It's the first year in 7 years I'm not in mine.
But I don't think a lot of you actually understand how much a difference that Camp Booch makes to all the kids, whether they're up north or in the city or at St. Kids. They don't get a chance to free themselves from being linked to an IV pole or being talked to by doctors or nurses. Home is not an escape. When they go home, they're still being treated and still being asked how they're doing, how are you feeling, by their parents. Their parents are their nurses when they're not at the hospital. But when they go to OOCH, they're not being asked that kind of thing. They get to tell them when they're not feeling well. They get to tell them when they need to take a break. If they need to, they can. But when they get that opportunity, they get part of their childhood back that nobody here can understand unless you've been in that position. And I hope all of you know that when you make that kind of a difference to a child, they understand. And they know that people are out there that want them, that know that they want them to fight. And when kids know that, I know that when somebody has an uplifting experience and wants them to be happy, to be understood, that they're not just a kid anymore, they've grown like 80 years in like a month. So when you make that difference in fundraise and ask that person, send that email, send that uncomfortable email to your friend when you say, "Can you donate to me, please?" They haven't talked in like 10 years. It makes a massive difference to what Nora and Michelle are doing, because when they do those things, kids feel like they are kids again. And in a hospital, with them talking to nurses and doctors, knowing words that they don't understand or what they mean, or really long words that they can't even say because they're 4 years old and they should be in kindergarten and not in a hospital. So when you make that difference, you should know that being here isn't about the bike, or it's not racing to the finish line. It's about what you made a difference to the kids that go to OOCH, Camp Quality, and Camp Trillium. So thank you guys for all making that difference, and thank you Nora and Michelle and everybody else from Camp Quality and Camp Trillium for helping those kids get their life back for that moment, or a week, or 2 weeks, or sending them back home to a life. Thanks guys.
OOCH, Equality, and Trillium, we thank you for what you do to to do what Adam just said. Love kids just to be kids again. That's all you need to remember this whole weekend. So thanks for being part of this. Okay, so I'm gonna just end the evening on a couple other notes here. So Lori's gonna do, look, following that. Lori's just gonna do a kind of a fun prize draw here, and then kind of link that into another program that we do that helps family support and financial assistance and a whole lot of other things called Inside Ride, which I'm announcing today, which has been in Ontario. We're going national with this program over the next 2 years with a couple of new sponsors that we've got on board. So Lori, why don't you take it away?
All of us are very honored to work with these camps. These representatives come out to our Inside Rides as well. They volunteer and participate in our events, and we're really honored to partner with these camps. They really work with us, and we really feel like they're our friends and our colleagues, and we really enjoy getting to meet the kids. The Inside Ride is a program that comes to high schools and businesses. It's a 2-hour event that allows teams of 6 to come together in a really fun format. We don't say it's a hardcore athletic event. We say it is a celebration of your efforts to come together, have fun, and give back. And participants say it makes the day more than meaningful, it makes it memorable. It's a lot of fun. And I'd just like to recognize Michael Sharp, the voice of the Inside Ride. Michael's been doing the Inside Ride for over 3 years, and Mr. Larry Optus. Where's Larry? Larry's been doing the Inside Ride for 4 years. He's really one of the key people that have been around taking it to these groups. And I'd also like to recognize Kristen Duma. Kristen? Without someone to key in all those pledge forms and donation sheets and decipher all those pledge forms and donation sheets, well, we wouldn't make the difference we did. At Q1, Q2, we run over 55 events. And every year we have doubled our fundraising. We raised $535,000 last year, and this year we are already over $800,000. Who bring us into your children's high school and let us talk about kids with cancer and let us make a meaningful difference. And we really enjoy that engagement. And one of the things we get to do is when we go into different workplaces, we meet really great people who are very creative and come up with different ways to celebrate and give back to all of you. One of our Inside Rides this spring was with Herman Miller. And Herman Miller makes really awesome office furniture. I'd just like to bring it up here. And I'd like to bring up Tim Peters to come help me out with this here. Tell me a little bit about this amazing chair.
Well, I'll just tell you a little story. First off, if you need to know anything about event planning 101 Inside Ride, these 3 people here are fantastic. They made my life easy, and we actually had 23 companies come to our Inside Ride. Some of the boys are over here at the table that participated. And we're just been along, I'm going to make this real short. We were just doing the logistics of how to plan our Inside Ride, and I sell office furniture. So we're walking through our showroom, Lori and I are walking around the place looking at a few things. She goes, "Wow, what's that?" And I say, "Why don't you sit down?" She says, "Wow, this thing's really comfortable." I say, "You know what, that's the #1 selling chair in the world, and it's ergonomically friendly." So then we start chatting, and we say,
And if you order now!
and we jokingly say, wouldn't it be great after a 4-day ride or a volunteer to sit your butt in that after an event? So she looks at me and goes, "Would you donate a chair?" And I said, "Absolutely. So where do you?"
Who are we going to give the chair to? What's the criteria going to be? So we thought about it and thought about it. And we wanted to make it something fun, not obvious. So we decided that we would give the chair to the person who showed and gave the most metal to the pedal. That could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. Maybe the people in the fastest pace group, people who went the most miles, lots of different ways to do it. But we really decided that there was one person that really deserved it, who really showed us how to put the metal to the pedal. And that man that we're going to give this chair away to tonight, he is a childhood cancer survivor. He goes down to Sick Kids Hospital and he regularly speaks to other kids who have gone through the same experiences he had. He had osteosarcoma as a young man, and he's grown up and he really continues to give back. He is cycling in his 4th tour for kids this year. He comes out every year. His mom volunteers every year, and she's an incredible part of what makes Tour for Kids so special. And we decided that we would like to give this chair to David Vajicic and have him come up here.
Well, thank you all very much. Some of you may know, it's hard to tell who people are without the bike helmets. So, live strong, helmet, live strong, jawbone glasses. There you go.
Stuck to a wheel all day.
A couple years ago, in 2006, I actually rode across Canada to raise money for a childhood cancer charity. It was a great event, but it was solo. And one of the great things that I really love about this is the fact that there's 550 of us that every day have decided to get off the couch, to come out to a beautiful camp, and we'll get to run there, but I mean to raise money for these type of events. So I mean, I'm honored to be part of this, and I just want to thank everyone for coming out. And if you see me tomorrow and you're passing me, and you probably will pass me, I don't get offended if you kind of grab the back of my seat and help me out the helmet. So,
So if you're interested in having the inside ride, come to your child's high school or to your workplace, let me know, we can talk about it. It's an event you will not forget. And I know there's so many of you here that have helped out, so can I ask any of you that have participated or volunteered or helped out in an inside ride to stand very briefly, please? And I thank each and every one of you for all you have done. We go into these high schools and cancer doesn't get talked about a lot. When we go in, we start talking about kids with cancer, and they say, oh, well, I think there's someone that used to be here, and I don't know where they are. They haven't been here. And when you put on the event and you ask them to bring forward a dedication for a child with cancer, then they start realizing that one school we were at last fall, there was 2 kids impacted with cancer. One student's older brother was diagnosed with terminal colon cancer. He was 19 years old. And another young girl is at Sick Kids with a brain tumor, and she's in grade 12. And that school got to come together and be together at the inside ride, and during the dedication, show them that they believed in those families, that those families were important to them, that those kids mattered, and it gave their peers a chance to do something, because kids don't always know how to help other kids with cancer. They don't have the tools, they don't know how to talk to them, and some of the programs that, like Camp Coley does with the puppet program, and sometimes just bringing something as simple as a fun bike ride with lots of great music and letting them get active for 10 minutes. It lets them approach cancer in a less threatening way. It lets them give back to their peers. It lets them become leaders. It lets them do lots of different things. And it's, I ended up working with the very best kids in the world. People talk about teens, and I mentioned this last year. I work with incredible young adults, and our future is in incredible hands with the caliber and quality of kids we go to, and I meet every single day, and Larry and Mike and I get to work with all the time. So thanks for this opportunity, and we'll hope to see you at an Inside Ride sometime in the next year or so. Thank you.
You've got good energy knocking at your door. You've got good energy. We can make it more.